Hello there and welcome to the March Madness game show presented by the Department of Emergency Management. So glad to have you with us. We have a fantastic show planned for you today that you absolutely will enjoy. I don't know if you know, but March is Coastal Hazards and Earthquake Smart Month, and the Department of Emergency Management is taking this opportunity to make sure that you are aware of all of the natural hazards that exist in our environment. So we want to make sure that you are on top of things when it comes to the knowledge about the natural hazards that exist in Barbados and indeed all across the Caribbean. So we're going to have a fantastic show. Let me introduce you to the people who will be a part of the presentation. But before I do that, this is an opportunity for the DEM to give back to our communities. So what we have 3 people who are playing for a few families who've been identified as vulnerable in our communities. We have with us today Miss Janine White, award-winning actress and one of the main characters in Laugh It Off. Hey there, Janine.
Hey, Tisha.
Good to see you.
You too.
There's a poem you had that I really liked. It was about rhetorical questions with Bajans. Can you remember that one?
Tisha, this is not the time and the place to go through that line of poetry and comedy right now on stage. But of course, Tisha, I believe you are referring to one of the ones I did at NIFCA. Big up to NCF, big up to NIFCA. Let's get back on stage. But you are probably referring to one of the ones I did with this old lady. And every day she'll be sitting at home and people asking her a lot of ignorant questions that Bajans love to ask us, like, you home? Now, honey, you're looking right at the woman in she gallery and you want to know she home. I think that's the one you're referring to, right?
It absolutely is. I love that. So good to have you with us. And of course today, Janine is representing for the M family. So we're not going to reveal the names. You're representing for the M family.
M for magnificent.
Good stuff. Also here with us, we have Akhnaten Burrowes, who is an actor and social media personality. He's actually the media personality of the year. Akhnaten, how are you doing?
I'm good, Tisha. How about you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Tell me a little bit about how you got into these postings on social media. So very interesting, engaging, and funny. That's important.
It started in 2015. I've always been a lover of the arts from the time I was little. And when my late aunt would have passed away, she encouraged me to keep pushing on and keep pressing on. And it started all about my love for folklore and the Bajan culture. And that's how it all started for me.
Oh, that's wonderful. And Akhnaten is going to be playing today for the S family. He's playing for the S family. Also with us today, no stranger to CBC, no stranger to the stage. Today, Mr. Patrick Estwick, who is a senior Sagicor advisor and gospel artist, is here with us, and he's going to be playing for the T family. I guess that includes me. Hello, Patrick.
Hello, Tisha.
All right. So I see the title is Financial Advisor. I guess that means you give financial advice?
Yes, please.
Okay, I have $5 to invest. We can talk after the show.
I can think of some seeds you can buy.
How about that? Plant a seed. Yeah, literally. All right, so now you know who the contestants are, and we've told you all about why we're doing this. We are going to tell you all about how the show will unfold. So here's an idea of the structure of the show. There will be 3 sets of 8 questions each. That's in round 1, which is the speed round. Now, before the round starts, each contestant will select a set from 1 to 3, starting with contestant number 1. All 3 contestants will each have 1 minute to answer as many questions correctly as possible from their set. Each correct answer is worth 1 point, and a bonus 2 points will be awarded to contestants who get all 8 questions correct. Then there's round 2. It's called This and That. In this round, only one of 2 possible answers is correct. 2 images will appear on screen to represent the options, and the contestants will use the this or that placards to guess the answer in 3 to 5 seconds. There will be 4 different categories with 5 questions each. Only 3 categories will be selected by contestant number 2. Those categories are splash, tremor, agencies, and my personal favorite, common sense. All contestants will answer all questions in 3 selected categories. Each correct answer is worth 2 points, and a bonus 5 points will be awarded to contestants who get all answers in this category correct. So if you're smart, you get more points. How about that? And certainly, if you're earthquake smart,
Take this off now.
that helps. Let's leave it as earthquake smart.
Yeah.
Then there's round 3. It is called Think on Your Toes. A scenario will be given to each contestant, which they have 1 minute to act out. DEM representatives are here behind the scenes, and they will judge each performance and assign points on a scale of 1 to 10. That particular segment should be extremely interesting. Even though I think Janine might have an edge. She's been acting. But then again, Patrick has experience, and so does act. It sounds like it's a level playing field. We'll just have to wait and see. Then, before the round starts, each contestant will be asked to select a scenario from 1 to 3, starting with contestant number 3. Final points will be tallied, and contestants with the highest score will be announced the winner. If there's a tie, then there will be a tiebreaker question. So I certainly hope you understand all the rules of the game. If you do, say aye. If you don't, say nay. Methinks the ayes have it. Now you know all the rules. We're going to take a break. When we come back, round 1 in the March Madness game show presented by the Department of Emergency Management.
Our contestants will play for sponsored vouchers and prizes with a total value of $2,500. These prizes will be donated to 3 special families.
Welcome back to the March Madness game show presented by the Department of Emergency Management. It's an opportunity for the DEM to give back to the most vulnerable in our communities. Who helped them select the vulnerable that we will be playing for today? Well, the Eden Lodge Youth Charitable Trust, as well as the Barbados Red Cross. So we are ready to play. We have 3, I think, willing contestants who are here, and it's time now for round 1. Up first is contestant number 1, Janine White. Are you ready?
I guess so.
All right. So in this round, like I told you, there will be 3 sets of 8 questions each before the round starts. You will select 1 to 3, and we get started in that way. So go ahead and select a number.
Let's go with 1.
1. Good choice. Janine, you have 1 minute to answer as many questions correctly as you can. Start the clocks now. The E in DEM stands for what?
Emergency.
Correct. Which hurricane impacted Barbados in 1955?
Jeanette.
Correct. When the sea withdraws to an unusual distance, this is a sign of which hazard?
Tsunami.
Correct. Should you pack batteries in your emergency kit?
Yes.
Correct. The shaking you feel after the main earthquake is called what?
Aftershock.
Correct. How many categories of hurricanes are there?
5.
Correct. The long-term removal of rocks and sediments along the coast is called?
Pass.
Next question. Coastal erosion. What is the emergency number for Barbados Fire Service?
511.
You are out of time. Did you get that last answer in on time?
Oh, but it's wrong.
It was incorrect. The correct answer is 311. 311 is the Barbados Fire Service. Janine, unfortunately, if a house was burning close to you, it would have burned down.
I thought they would rock me correctly.
All right, let's move on to our next competitor. It's time for you to select a number in this speed round.
Alrighty, I'm gonna select number 2.
Number 2. Are you ready?
I think so.
Here we go. Last year, Barbados was certified as being tsunami ready between Sherman, St. Lucie, and where?
St. James?
Incorrect. Mullins, St. Peter.
Oh.
True or false? A storm surge is a coastal hazard.
True.
Correct. What is the emergency number for the Royal Barbados Police Force?
I did a lot of pranks. 211.
Correct. Which app does the DEM and Met Office use to send emergency alerts?
Instagram?
Incorrect. Cap.
Oh.
What is the main cause of tsunamis?
Main cause of tsunamis? Earthquakes.
Yes, correct. Underwater earthquakes. True or false? If you encounter downed power lines in an emergency, you should contact the Barbados Lightened Power.
Yes. True.
Correct. What is the name of the submarine volcano located 5 miles north of Grenada?
My good sister, Kickum Jenny.
And what does the acronym DEO mean?
DEO?
You are out of time. It is District Emergency Organization. You didn't do too badly at all, Akhnaten.
Thank you.
That was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Good stuff. Not bad. And of course, you have contestant number 3. No choice. The third set is all yours.
Okay, let's go.
All right, start the clocks now. True or false? DEM and SEDIMA are the same agency.
False.
True, meaning you're right. The movement of debris, earth or masses of rock down a slope is called what?
Slippage.
Incorrect. What color flag on the beach means it's too dangerous to swim?
Red.
That is correct. What is the emergency number for the ambulance?
511.
Correct. Which ministry does the Department of Emergency Management fall under?
Ministry of Home Affairs.
That is correct. A shallow water wave caused by the gravitational interactions between the sun, moon, and earth is called what?
Tectonic shift.
Incorrect. A tidal wave. What does the acronym BGIS stand for?
Barbados Government Information Service.
Oh, we're out of time. We can't get in that last question, but that wasn't bad at all. And that's it for round number 1. At the end of the first round, we have some interesting points. Janine is in the lead, the only lady, 6 points. Woo!
Great stuff, girl.
Akhnaten, you have 5 points.
Thank you.
Yes. And Patrick, you're not far behind. You have 5 points. When we come back in round number 2, categories to select from, it's going to be exciting. That's all next in the DEM March Madness game show.
Here's a tip from the Barbados Lightened Power Company Limited. Do not pick fruit from trees near power lines and never use metal objects.
Barbados, a tropical paradise known for its beautiful beaches and friendly people. But even in paradise, disaster can strike suddenly. If you feel a long, strong earthquake, if you see a sudden rise or fall at the sea level, if you hear a loud noise coming from the sea, run to high ground or inland immediately if you see any of these warning signs. Be tsunami smart.
Now, starting this round will be you, Akhnaten. You will be first to select in this particular round. This is a round we called This and That. In this round, only one of 2 possible answers is correct. 2 images will appear on screen to represent the options, and you will have to select this or that. The placards that you have been given, that is how you guess the answer. And you have between 3 to 5 seconds to get it right. There will be 4 different categories with 5 questions each. Only 3 categories will be selected by contestant number 2. Now, the categories are splash, tremor, agencies, and common sense. In this round, each correct answer is worth 2 points, and a bonus 5 points will be awarded to contestants who get all answers in this category correct. Are you ready?
Yeah.
That didn't seem so.
We ready?
Are you ready? I guess they're ready. Akhnaten, you get started in this round. Are you ready?
I am.
All right. Let's see the this or that movement on the arm. Let me see how you're moving it. Let's try it out, everybody. Go this, go that, go this, go that. They're ready. They're ready. All right. So Akhnaten, the 4 categories are splash, tremor, agencies, and common sense. What are your 3 selections?
I'll say common sense for sure. Splash and tremor.
You selected all the names of songs. I thought of Tremor from Red Plastic Bag, Splash from
Body Water.
Let's get this round going. Up first, splash. The question is, where is a tsunami usually formed? This, the ocean floor, or that, the ocean surface? Everybody says this. The answer is this, on the ocean floor. Next question. If you are at the beach and feel the ground shaking, you should go into the water or run to high ground. Of course, run to high ground. In deep water, a tsunami can travel as fast as a car or a jet plane. This or that? Correct. It is a jet plane. Which of the following is a natural tsunami warning sign? Heavy rain or the sea receding? It is the sea receding.
Push back like a receding hairline.
In which year was Thailand devastated by a tsunami? 2004 or 2011? The year was 2004. So this. And that's the end of splash. Let's move on now to tremor. Where are you safer if you happen to be outdoors during an earthquake? A gas station or an open area? That's right. An open area.
Oh, got a gas station, though.
Which scale is used to measure the magnitude of an earthquake? Saffir-Simpson scale or the Richter scale? That's right. That, the Richter scale. Which image shows a convergent boundary? Is it this, plates coming together, or that, plates moving apart? It's actually this, plates coming together. What type of scientist studies earthquakes? Is it this, a seismologist, or that, a meteorologist? And the correct answer is this, a seismologist. Which image shows the correct action to take during an earthquake? Is it this, run, or that, drop cover and hold on? The correct answer is drop cover and hold on, that.
Truthfully running high,
And that is the end of tremor. Now we are on to your personal favorite category. It is common sense. Let's hope. All right, here we go. First question. Which image shows a tsunami evacuation sign? Is it this or that? is this. In November 2020, the DEM held a coastal hike. Where did it start? This, Barclays Park, or that, Mullins Beach? The answer is that, Mullins Beach. Which beach is eroded? This or that? That was easy.
No pun.
No pun intended. You should always pack me in your emergency kit. This, a torchlight, or that, a nail clipper.
Turkey.
I would have gotten this one wrong, but it is indeed a torchlight. In 1755, Barbados was impacted by a tsunami caused by an earthquake in which country? Is it this, Portugal, or that, Germany? Well, you are correct. The answer is this, Portugal.
Yeah, that a low research. I see.
And that's it for Common Sense. Bringing the end to round number 2. This and that. I know y'all had fun doing that. Or was it this? Well, this and that. At the end of round 2, Patrick got bonus points for answering all correct in categories Splash and Tremor. Wow!
Look at yourself.
So Patrick got 38 points in round 2.
Whoa!
Janine, you got bonus points for answering all answers correctly in Common Sense.
As I should.
I just shot.
So Janine, you walk away with 31 points. And Akhnaten, you got 24 points. So to tally up the points after rounds 1 and 2, Patrick is in the lead with 43 points. Janine has 37 points.
Coming for you.
And Akhnaten has 29 points. So it all comes down to your acting skill. Are you ready? We will see. That's coming up in round 3 when we give each contestant a scenario and they have to act it out in 1 minute. That's next.
Real topics.
But it is the human aspect that is most challenged when there is a serious hazard impact.
Real people.
So if you think back to a time, let's say when you were blue vexed, you would typically feel something change in your body.
It's Real Talk in the Face of Danger, a podcast series brought to you by the Department of Emergency Management. Tune in monthly for new episodes with your host, Crystal Hoyt. Available at anchor.fm/DEM246.
Welcome back to the March Madness game show presented by the Department of Emergency Management. We certainly hope you are learning something at home. Remember, you can check them out as well online, all social media platforms, to find out a whole lot more and make sure that you are aware of the hazards that exist in our environment. We are going to jump into round number 3, and playing with us today we have Janine, Patrick, and Akhnaten. Now, in this round, Patrick, you get to select first. There are 3 scenarios, so select from 1 to 3. Number 3. You are number 3. Now, I'm going to let everybody select before we give you the scenarios. So, Janine, you select second.
Number 1.
Number 1. That means that you, Akhnaten, are left with number 2.
Number 2 it is.
Pardon?
I was just saying number 2 it is.
Patrick, here is your scenario number 3. You are driving along the coast road towards your home in St. Peter when you notice on the radio that there's an announcement. An earthquake was just felt in the north of the island and more tremors are expected. but you're in traffic flowing both ways, and the man in front of you is driving very slowly. Let's hear how you react. Go.
Lord, this traffic real bad today, yeah? Lord have mercy, and it's still digging at the road. Lord, wait, hold on. What? Earthquake? In my neck of the woods? Them go... Boss, man, move the car! Listen to the wrong station, turn 447! Turn to CBC! The just announced... You might cuss me, boy. Look, listen, I got to pull over and let it go along there, because I think the DEM says so drop, rock, and roll, or hole, or something. So I drop in the rock and then they holding, and I can park the car. The car can get replaced because I got insurance. Don't get paid. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'll be malaise now. Oh, Lord have mercy. Hold on. Let me ease here. Indicator, boss. Give me a break. I'm pulling over. We're not going to hurry. Fly over, man. Nobody listen to you radio. That for lick them. I'm going to drop, tuck, and roll and cover. I good.
Listen, I think it was stop. Rock.
This one takes all
he was rocking and rolling.
He talk and roll.
That was amazing, Patrick. I love it. And of course, he said, tune in to CBC. That's a plus.
I get insurance.
Okay, Janine, here is your scenario. You are bartending at a beach bar on the West Coast, and there's been a tsunami watch or warning. You want to leave, but your boss says he's expecting a group, and you must not close up as yet. Let me hear your reaction, starting now.
Boss man, as my good friend Akhnaten would say to you, I will have to go because you don't wash me way down here. When a tsunami or tidal wave is coming, you must head to higher ground. I ain't care if you're taking the ultimate and I asked my PAYE, but I got to go. The DEM still head to high ground. 2 cents singing, met me in the area and wash me way. No, please, I got to go.
Thank you. Give it up for
Pens
Janine.
across the board, dog. I was looking forward to see.
And finally, Akhnaten, this one is for you. You are in the bathroom at work. Your bag is in the office when you feel a sudden shaking and you hear a co-worker outside shouting, "Earthquake!" What is your next move? Start now.
Yeah, you. Listen. You feel that thing, girl? Why talk my head to giddy? Listen. You hear what them stand up in the frame, girl. I stand up, that suit them not to the border, cause I hear break back, girl. Not this good body, you don't get late, Masha. Stand up, them say stand at the doorway. Look, are you going to that table, girl? Yes. I'm telling you. No, you feel it? No, girl, you don't want to paracetamol, the place shaking. Yes. You know what I'm telling you? You will drink tea later, girl. Yes, protect yourself and listen. You know we look to be in the midst. Them always got me informed, girl. Yes. Stand back up. We talk.
Typical young generation. There's an emergency and he whips up the phone.
Not toilet paper, you know. You ain't waiting nothing.
Their body.
I absolutely love that round. That was round number 3. And we have officials from the DEM off to the side who are charged with judging. When we come back, we give you the results from round number 3 and get ready to crown our winner, who today is playing for 3 vulnerable families in our community. This is March Madness, the game show, brought to you by the Department of Emergency Management.
Here's a safety tip from the Department of Emergency Management. If an earthquake occurs while you're driving, pull over and stop in an open area. Stay inside the car until the shaking stops.
Disasters can happen at any time with very little and sometimes no warning. Hurricanes, earthquakes, tsunamis, flood, volcanoes, tornadoes, and fire are a fresh reminder that hazards can strike at any time, and no area of the country is immune. Whenever a hazard is approaching or occurring, take the necessary precautions to keep you and your family safe and sound. Pay close attention to all bulletins and updates from the Department of Emergency Management, and make sure you have an adequate supply of non-perishable items, medication, and plenty of water, as well as knowing the location of your nearest emergency shelter. Disasters can occur in the blink of an eye. The right precautions could save your life. Prepare and be aware. This message is brought to you by the Department of Emergency Management.
Welcome back to the March Madness game show presented by the Department of Emergency Management. Remember, March is Coastal Hazards and Earthquake Smart Month. We want to make sure that you're on top of things. You are aware of the hazards happening in our community. One hazard in our community.
COVID.
Yeah, the answer to everything.
That's it. Thanks.
I'm done with all of you. Now, in round 3, contestants were asked to act out a scenario. Up first was Patrick. Out of a possible 20, you got 13 points. Woo! Janine, you went second. Out of a possible 20, you are awarded 16 points.
Woo! Say to you, girl.
And Akhnaten, you got 15 points. That brings the points tally to Akhnaten, you got 44 points.
Woo!
Janine, you got 53 points.
Woo!
And today's lucky winner is Patrick, playing for the T family. He got 56 points.
Yeah!
Congratulations, T family. I want to thank all of you for playing, but most importantly, we want to remind those of you at home to go online, connect with the Department of Emergency Management, and make sure we know all about the possible hazards that exist in our community, especially because we are small island developing states. We have to be aware of those hazards that exist, and we must know how we can protect ourselves and our families. On behalf of the Department of Emergency Management, we'd like to thank all of you. Patrick, congratulations. Janine, congratulations. Akhnaten, thank you so very much for participating and playing for the most vulnerable in our community.
You're welcome.
Special thanks to our sponsors today, the Barbados Lightened Power, Solve Barbados, the Barbados Red Cross, and Eden Lodge Youth Charitable Trust. And all of the families are going to be awarded with something. So once again, thank you for playing for them. And that's it from us for the DEM's March Madness game show. Do check them out online for more information on how you and your family can stay safe in times of hazard. Bye-bye.